Welcome to The Cynical Writer, a web series where I basically give my thoughts and opinions on publishing and writing. Now, this series will be entirely unscripted, so if I stutter or lose my train of thought, well, that's just a part of the whole package, because I want you to get to know me on a personal level, and that means that all of my flaws will be exposed to you. So this week's topic will be about what does it take to be a self-published author. Now, I am a self-published author, but I'm not a very successful one. I have read countless articles about self-publishing. I have watched countless videos about self-publishing, but none of them have been very helpful. I have been searching and searching for a way to become successful as a self-published author, but so far I've just been out of luck. I think we have this notion as a society that quality products, that quality works of art are the ones that succeed. But I think that if you're being intellectually honest, you must know that that just isn't the case. How many books do you know of that have become very popular that aren't very good? How many films do you know of that have become very financially successful, that have even been praised by critics in some cases, that you just can't stand? I mean, I can give you tons of examples, literally hundreds. So I think that you just need to be intellectually honest and admit that there are a lot of books out there that are terrible but that still somehow manage to succeed. Now, how can that be? How can terrible books succeed? Well, I can think of at least three ways. One way is the fact that a lot of authors, especially authors who are active online, have very large social media followings, which allows them basically to spread the word about their content, about their books, about their podcasts, etc. And I think through that, they're able to accumulate a large fan base, and that fan base buys their books. And over time, the Amazon algorithm will pick up the fact that their books are popular, and therefore outsiders will then start buying their content as well. Another way is that some writers just happen to get lucky with Amazon's algorithm. You know, it's kind of like, it's the same on YouTube, actually. Because on YouTube, you know, you can type in, certain words, certain keywords, and YouTube's algorithm will pick that up and your video will become very successful. I mean, that's happened with a couple of my videos. Now, I'm not a very popular YouTuber, but a handful of my videos have succeeded. And I don't really know why, because I have a lot of other videos that have produced similar content, but for whatever reason, those videos have not succeeded. So I really can't give you a clear answer for why some videos succeed and others don't. And the third reason why certain books succeed is because some writers, if they can latch on to a certain genre that is becoming popular but isn't really popular as of yet, then they can find a niche market, and that in some cases will lead to a lot of sales. And so there are many ways that bad books can become popular. I think just because something is of quality, that doesn't mean that it will succeed. Now, that doesn't mean that quality can't play a role in the success of a book, but just because a book is of quality, that doesn't guarantee that it will be successful. And I think that it's important that people know that. But I think a lot of these advice gurus online don't want to admit that in some cases it just comes down to luck, and that's unfortunate. I mean, it's like a lot of things in life. I mean, Some people, win the lottery. Some people don't. Some people are born into a rich family. Some people aren't born into a rich family. There are many things that go into whether you're successful or not. Now, I am not in the least trying to create a victimhood mentality. No. I think that people should always work very hard to make their books or their products or whatever it is that they are working on the best that they can possibly be. But just because you work hard, that does not guarantee that you will be successful. Of course, writers should write because they want to write, not because they want to necessarily become successful, or that shouldn't be the number one goal. Even if no one read my work, I would still write. Now, I might not write as often because I do like getting that feedback, because writing at the end of the day, it's about communication. It's about me communicating my ideas to you. And so it's an exchange between the writer and the reader. And so I think it's important that writers express themselves to others. But again, that isn't the most important reason. And my strategy as of late has been to post most of my writing online for free, which I don't like doing. I do think that writers should be compensated for their work. But what I found is that when people read my work for free, they'll become fans. And fans are more willing to spend money on my work. And so what I do is that I'll put a lot of my work out for free, and then hopefully through that some fans will buy physical copies of the work that I put out online. Now, I don't know how successful this strategy will be because I just started it. So it's possible that this strategy will fail completely. But again, it all depends. And so I think at the end of the day, writers they need to be hopeful and realize that the number one reason why you write is to emulate a larger view of creation. It is to emulate, the being that also designed you. And that when you write, you are essentially creating other worlds, other people. And through that, you are basically emulating God. And now, that's something that not a whole lot of writers have said. Of course, some writers don't even believe in God. But I think that when you take that aspect away from writing, I think you undercut the whole process, because I think that if we are just random, beings, if we weren't, created, with a purpose, then I think that our writing ultimately loses a lot of meaning as well. So I think that's the number one reason why people write. It's certainly the number one reason why I write. So I hope that my speech here has been insightful. I hope that you will get some encouragement out of it. Maybe. This web series is called The Cynical Writer, so I'm probably going to put you in a bad mood a lot. Of course, I don't really care if I'm heard by anyone. This is basically just a way that I can archive my thoughts. So next week I will come at you with a different topic, and until then, I guess keep writing, keep trying, keep striving to be the best that you can be at what you do. Thank you.